Hey, everybody. I'm Tom Vassell, and I'm in a new MCU movie.
Oh, which one? What's it going to be called? What's your character? What's your power? What do you do?
My power is...
How long
Should
do you
be
die?
Purple Man. You're the villain.
Purple Man's the worst, man.
You're the villain, okay?
Purple Man is
Hi,
the
I'm
most
Z
evil of the villains.
Garcia, and I'm the new Beast.
I'm Camilla, and I don't care
Is that
about Marvel.
brand new?
So much water being splashed on our hopes and dreams.
Oh my goodness!
By
man.
Camilla.
I don't give a hoot.
You're gonna be Hoot Woman?
I will not sure. 'Cause you know what? Because I'll never see it. So you can make me whatever you want.
She
I'll
becomes
never
an
know.
owl.
I'll never know.
All right.
So, all right.
It's good.
Anyhow, welcome to our show about Kickstarter. Hey, there's a lot of different things what we're going to talk about today. But first, let's say thank you to our sponsor, Gamefound, and take a look at a project that is going on there right now. Hey folks, today we're taking a look at Onward, the MOBA board game. Do you like mobile board games or video games like League of Legends and Dota 2? This is what this is based on here. And you can see this gorgeous artwork. And a couple things here of note. First of all, it's a 60-minute game and everything's in one box. So you can get just the standees version, or if you want miniatures, you can throw those in. This is the same company who made Sky Tier, and you can see that their delivery schedule very much on point. And then just look at how cool this looks here. One of the things that they do, there's 32 different heroes that you're drafting from, and they kind of are colorized so that you know, hey, I want a marksman, I want a tank, I want a warrior, and you'll be able to put those together. And then there's tons of items, special abilities, and even these epic monsters that it says give you a game-breaking boon if you're the person to last hit it. So all of this stuff, there's a ton of stuff here, 32 heroes, 192 abilities, 64 items, 7 monsters, and 2 maps. You can get all this right now in Onward, the MOBA board game, which is on Gamefound now. Look at that dragon.
Inkwash!
We got so many people sending us...
Requests to be in the new Marvel movie, but we're sorry, we're busy.
For the silly projects?
Yes.
Yes,
which I
there's some good
appreciate,
ones.
Which
Yes,
I appreciate. They
please.
all could make it in today, but keep sending them.
They're
I'd rather
good.
have
They're
That was
good.
a pleasant surprise. Sorry,
Yeah.
pleasant surprise when I was like 10 from the end. And I was like, oh, a funny one already? I got so excited because we haven't had them in a while.
Because
So
the
thank
real
you.
game ones suck.
They do not. There's
It's
some
an
good ones.
They're
okay
all-
week. It's an okay.
I'm just
We're gonna
We've
kidding.
start
definitely
with-
had worse in the last month.
We're going to start with Rome, Fate of an Empire, which
This one's
sounds
good. Okay, this one's good.
Have
I'm
you
just
played?
saying I'm getting tired of these names that seem like they already exist. I don't know how to explain it. Rome, Fate of an Empire. Feels like that already exists. Fate of an Empire.
To be fair, it did, because this is a reprint,
reprint.
of Rome, Fate of an Empire.
No, I get it. I still think it's a dull name anyway.
It is very
No,
dull.
I agree.
I will say this is from the one game a month, guy in the company. So he's done it now a few times where he has to kind of go back to the well and be like, this month I'm just reprinting one.
Right.
This month I'm combining 2 previous ones into one new box.
See, that's why I think you shouldn't trap yourself in that
I
game every
agree,
month.
okay?
month, yeah.
Game of the every 2 months club.
No, just
Think about it.
Whenever we have a good game club.
Right. I'll put it out
Good
when a good
game
one comes.
club.
Otherwise, if you have no good submissions that month, then you're tied to like, well, I guess this half-done game is going.
The pocket
or
one does the same thing.
the
Button
Button
shy.
shy.
Button Shy, they put
Yeah.
out one every month, and they're like, yeah, here's their one for this month. We didn't Kickstarter it because
That is
Yeah.
weird. They kickstart some, but not others. Others just go to people who
Just happen.
subscribe to them.
Oh, interesting.
It's a weird thing, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, look, this looks neat, and it looks like a nicer production than the first time around. It seems to be a whole lot of game. It's a 90-minute solo game.
I remember we were really interested in it when this one came. This was, I think, the first one that we saw of his, maybe in
Possibly.
Crowdsurfing. It's one of the very early ones, and we were interested in it. Haven't played it still, but I do like to see it being supported. I mean, it first started out as a game design contest and a print and play, and then became a part of this game of the month, and now it's getting deluxe. So it is nice seeing it being supported through that whole process.
Yeah, Mike, as Mike pointed out, here's a designer who designed Gloomhaven buttons and bows, or bugs, like it's actually. Well, Mike said bows.
Listen
Yeah,
to him.
bows.
I haven't heard of any of these other games he's done, though. Dragons of Etchinstone, Birdscaping, and The Hand of Destiny. I don't know.
Is Birdscaping one game and The Hand of Destiny is a game, or is the game called Birdscaping and The Hand of Destiny? I know which one I want to be true.
I have my vote.
All right. Next. That's on Gamefound. Next, back to Kickstarter. Roll or stand?
Roll, please.
So Jurassic Adventures, because that way, if you say the word Jurassic, you don't have to say dinosaurs. Right?
True.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, at this point.
It's a cooperative and solo roll and write. Print at home game for 1 to 100 players.
Let's go.
I feel like if I said, hey, do you want to play a 100-player co-op game, it would be hard to get people for that.
That's right.
It looks fine.
It looks fine. It's very, it's blackjack inspired, and it definitely has that feel right out. You know, I mean, it's like blackjack with a theme and with dice instead of cards.
And this is print and play, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks cool. I mean, there's a lot there. It looks like they did tons. You print this out, you play for a long time if you want to, if it captivates you. Because there's plenty there to, again, to sort of enjoy if it captures you.
Right.
I don't know where I fall on the line of I want print and play roll and writes to be really simple and like, you know, I print a one-off, play once, throw it in the garbage, and I'm like, all right, I enjoyed those 15, 20 minutes. Or if I want them to fall into this category of this is the print and play to end them all.
Oh, interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. And I think I'm with you, too. It's like I don't know how complex I want that simple game to get. But I got the other vibe from this, that this was a very simple game.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get that it was really involved or anything. So, I don't know.
Okay.
But, I mean, we'll find out because I'm getting it for Joey for Christmas. So.
Cool.
Just give him a digital file.
Are you gonna? Yeah,
like,
he's getting an email.
That's like then he'll be like, yeah, I'll print it eventually. Thanks for the gift.
Yeah, right.
Merry Christmas.
All right. We got 2 tables this thing. I'm putting them back to back. So the first is game theory tables, which are doing, honestly, less well than I would have guessed.
I agree. I thought the same thing, especially back to back. The next one we'll look at here is doing significantly better, and I wasn't sure of the reason for that. I like a lot of things about game theory. I think my one holdup with their tables is I don't like the railings, how they all have those little component out
divots.
The divots or the carved out part.
Yeah.
It just hurts to always rest my arms on.
Right.
If they had one without that, I think I'd be much more interested in this. But
I actually dislike these tables.
Really?
I really dislike the corner a lot.
Oh, that it comes off?
The corner moves.
The corner moves. It comes off, which means you can drop stuff down it. It also means you can't put anything on the corner of a table.
Right.
Because it's
because it's raised a little bit. I don't know, that bugs me a lot. And then the table itself doesn't have anything else to differentiate it from the other tables other than that stuff's all molded in. Their electronic table looks cool, but 10 years early maybe? Like I think it's going to be there at some point, and I'm afraid to buy any electronic table until I'm going to use it right away.
Yeah.
That being said, they are showing it a lot of places where you can go out and actually try it, you know, so you're not investing in unknown technology that is produced. You can try it. I like the corners that top comes off because that means that you can get in there and tighten the bolts and they're hidden, you know, so like construction wise, I really like that feature, but I'm with you. I don't like that top is comes off and moves.
Very
I just
loose
want it.
Also.
Right.
We've seen these
jiggles,
at Dice Tower West, and they are not. It's not just that corner post, the top comes off. It's barely on.
Right.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you won't like push it and slide it, but you can like move it. Like it's got like easily a half an inch to an inch wiggle room.
Right.
It's very distracting if you sit near it.
Yeah, completely. I would definitely want some sort of like clipping mechanism that you push it and clip it into place, you know, or
just make it tight.
Or like one of those airtight pop tops, you know, that you use for like sugar and flour and stuff, you know, pop it on.
That'd be actually pretty cool.
Right?
You know, or like some kind of pop tart. No, not pop tart. The button on the back of a phone. The pop socket. Pop socket. I wanted to have pop socket technology. Tom's thinking about it.
No. I'm looking at the boards that go on top and see.
It worries me that these are also going to be loose. I haven't seen it with the tops on, but I wonder if they'll like.
They're at West.
Yeah.
But no, I mean the tops aren't though. I don't. Excuse me.
Whoa, that scared me.
I don't know. I'm just saying, compared to the other tables, if I put them side by side to the other big game tables, Rathskellers and Geek and Sun and things like that, this is not as good as those, in my opinion. I still think of the big, expensive tables, of which I would put this in that category. I think Rathskellers is on top still.
I think so, yeah.
Again, to the viewers, we're sponsored by All Play, and we have All Play tables in our studios, but I put them in a affordable category with Carolina board game tables and things like that. This is a much pricier thing. I don't dislike these. Don't get me wrong. If I got one of these, and I'd be like, yeah, and I'd make do. I also don't like the cup holders being in the tables because that gives me no options. They're there. And you can't
they're
cover
always
those
there.
up.
You can't just take it off. It doesn't move around the railing, which most other companies do.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very set. I will say I like that the covers are on top. I just have the same concern. I want to know how secure they are when the top is on. I prefer that to the ones that lay in the table, like we're going to see here in a second in Geek and Sun. I prefer the on top. I like that full flat finished look.
I see.
But I visually like these as well. I like those really chunky legs.
Well, let's just jump to them then.
But
the Megan 2.0.
yeah.
Now this one's making $500,000. Again, it's not that many backers, 200 backers. That's because, again, when you buy one of these tables, this is a luxury purchase for you.
Maybe not you, but if it's not, then you super rich.
That's true. I do also like the multiple sizes here. I personally, if I can fit one, I like the long tables a lot.
Megan Long.
Can you fit two?
If you can fit two, then you might as well get the Megan Crown.
Well, I don't know. So
One of
I
each,
disagree.
maybe.
The Mega Crown, the Megan Crown. The Megan Crown is too wide for me. I don't want to have to stand up to move stuff at the table. Most games will fit long somehow.
Yeah.
Even if I have to put my player board at the side of the board, right?
Right.
But I also feel like the Megan Long is not too wide where you can still play a two-player game and sit across from each other, whereas if you're on the Megan Crown, you'd have to sit on a corner.
How do you guys feel about the Megan Hex?
That's for poker players. They're showing another board game there. That's clearly for card games.
Yeah.
I like the idea of having a table that shape, though. I always have. And I understand that it is traditionally for poker playing, but it's like any card game, anything that isn't directional with a board in the middle would work here.
I feel like there are a lot of games that I would want to play that on, and so that would be like my extra.
That's what I mean.
When
that
I'm
would
not
be
rich,
like
when I'm like mega rich, that's my second table. I want one, but I
that
can't
goes in a
justify
different
it.
space in the house, and then it's not my main gaming
I know
table.
exactly where it goes. It goes in the game room that doesn't have the gaming table in it because I have so many games that overflows to a second room, and so it's like that goes in the gaming room in the middle for that little card game. But if we're playing like a big game, we go to the mega gaming room where
you
it's
go to
like
the
whole,
Megan Big.
Megan gaming room.
A few of the small things I like from Geek and Sun. I've always been a big fan of their storage for the leaves.
I've never seen that in person.
Yeah, they have they go underneath or they go in a side thing. I like also their new. They have that thing which you stand them up in the thing. They also have now. These are relatively newer things. The one on the wall where you stick all the accessories on the wall.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Oh,
So you
I
can-
didn't see this. The
So
connecting.
from the wall, you take off the cup holders, you take off the bins.
for the DDDs. I like that.
The what?
The DDDs.
Got it.
Accessories. That's what she's trying to say.
On another note, and this is minor, their game mats are better than the game theory mats too, because you could play a game on any of these mats.
I think the game theory prioritizes art, and that's something they really talk about. They're gorgeous pieces of art, but to actually play a game on is extremely
Put art on your
distracting.
wall.
I agree.
Yeah,
I don't need
it's
it. I'm
so
going to
distracting.
cover it up. I need it to fade into the background.
You know what? They would be great to get and hang on the wall instead of sound panels.
I don't think they'd be very useful. I don't think so.
You mean the whole table?
No,
just
those cloths.
the mat.
They're also kind of heavy to hang on the wall too.
Get bigger nails.
Not those.
All right, moving on. The Great Harbor.
Finally, Le Grand Havre.
Z's been asking for this for years. So, this is from Arcona Games. There's another Rome game that they second. I would love to have seen this harbor in real life.
That was a real thing?
I think so.
I was going to let Z ask that question.
Yes.
The Great Harbor of Carthage,
yes.
I would love to have seen
fine.
that. It's one of those things I think would just be neat to see.
There's a lot of structures I wish I could have seen. But yes, that looks pretty good. I want to see the library at Alexandria.
Yeah.
You know, the one that had no books in it?
It had books in it.
It had
Or
no
scrolls.
books.
Okay, fine. Books. By another name.
Don't call me a rose.
La Biblia.
La biblioteca. ¿Dónde está la Alexandria?
Anyhow, I'm not sure. I mean, this looks like ye Euro of Europe.
It really did. I watched the video and I'm like, got it.
It's one of those,
Euro things?
right? It's one of those that kept going too. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I got it. Oh, okay, another phase. Oh, we're still going. Oh, that's the first half. You know what I mean? Like
More
it kept
tracks.
going. Right. No, and I don't necessarily think that was a bad thing. It just caught me off guard how heavy and how many steps there were to this game. But I did like the dice drafting and the dice placement as your workers and trying to, take for the pips and for the colors and where you place them, you get that many resources. Or if you go in the middle of two, you get a split. I can get 3 of this and 2 of this, if something like that. So
this
it
is this
seems
company.
really interesting.
It seems fine to me, but it just seems kind of dry. It seems a little bit like a Euro game from yesteryear, a little bit.
Any of you played any of the other games here? The Small Samurai, Small Railroads?
I have
Magna Roma,
read the rule book
maybe?
for Small Samurai.
Or I saw
This
it.
one I'm
Does that
super
count?
excited about, but it's not out yet. This Philharmonics.
Philharmonics?
I don't think it's out yet.
What about
you're
Pest?
right.
Is that out yet?
No, we just saw that at Essen, wasn't it?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
And it was
El Pesto.
I thought for some reason it was crowdfunding then. They must have been saying it was coming to crowdfunding. I don't know. Huh.
They have not a great... Their games don't have a great look. They all look a little generic.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
All right. Champions of Midgard 10th Anniversary Edition. So this is doing extremely well.
Funded in
Do you want to know how many minutes it was funded in?
37.
Because who cares? But anyway. So this is the award-winning worker placement game. And it came when it first came out. This is a little weird because they already have a deluxe edition of the game that holds both expansions. So this feels almost...
Ooh, say it.
Well, it's just unnecessary, but I'm actually debating the word of almost. Actually, I wasn't sitting around going, man, I wish this had really deluxe trays. I wish it came with a dice tower.
Yeah, but this box is bigger than the last box.
I know.
It is new artwork, right? They make a point about that it's updated artwork on all the cards and everything.
They also updated the promos. Mine and Sam's promo flashes on the screen for a second.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Well, that's cool. I'm not opposed to that. This whole...
I want to get paid.
Never be made again.
This
that
is
one.
the height of FOMO,
I hate that
and
so
you
much.
should never
I
say
hate it.
this. Because what if you change your mind
I know.
later?
Come
Well,
on.
then you have to make a new campaign of a bigger box of it. It's like this product won't be made. I'm not saying it won't be a
I think they
12th
get around that by
anniversary.
saying this version of the
Yeah.
game. Next one, they could change it very slightly and be like, it's not the same version. Sure, whatever.
Right.
Also, the voice of the narrator was cracking me up because it sounded kind of Viking-esque,
Scottish.
kind of Scottish, kind of like a guy from Jersey doing an accent a
I
little
think that was
bit.
my favorite. You said this guy sounds like he's from Scotland by way of New Jersey. I think is how you
Yeah.
described it. I love
like-
it.
I like
What?
the resin tokens.
The
although
dice
they're-
look sweet too.
The dice are good. The things are good, but I don't know that I'm going to back this because I'm pretty happy with. Oh, these are better than the stupid workers in the base game.
Well, again, if you have nothing, right, and you want to jump into this very well-regarded game, then maybe this is the way to do it.
And I love
Yeah.
the game. I want to be clear. I think it's a fantastic game.
And
I mean-
also, the playmat fits in the box.
That is nice. I do really like
Like
that.
Delicio.
I feel like they're not selling that point as much as they should have been. I think if you've been playing, I don't know the game or have affinity for it, but if you have been playing your friend's copy or your game group's getting a lot, and this is I'm ready to get my own kind of time to get in. What?
I think you would like this actually.
I've heard that a couple times. It just hasn't ever happened.
You don't think so?
Why not?
I
What
think,
one
I
I
think
like about
Camille
it?
would like this. Yeah. You roll dice to fight monsters. And,
Yes.
But then you lose the dice.
But then you play with Valhalla, and they go to Valhalla.
I mean, you do in Title Blades too. That's not a hang up for me.
You like that one.
I do like Title Blades.
This is better than Title Blades.
This is like Tidal Blades meets Raiders.
Yes.
Ooh, I like both of those.
Even though this came out before both of those games, but still.
Separate it out.
Okay, well, maybe you would like
both.
this then.
Okay. Color me interested.
I wonder if you can buy just some of the tokens.
Yeah, is there like an upgrade?
Like on the add-ons. Can I go to add-ons? Let me see here. Solo mode, who cares? Deluxe meeples, that I might do. So can I just back this for $1 and just get the deluxe meeples?
You do you, boo. Mike Hella says he'll play with you, Camilla.
Hey, thanks, Mike.
Do I want a chicken boat? Just like the Vikings used.
I think everyone deserves a chicken boat.
All right. The chicken boat is when I go to the
Chicken
restaurant and
boats
say,
are
I'm ordering the chicken boat, and they bring out one of those sushi boats, except it's filled with wings.
And it's made from a chicken
is this a real
carcass
thing
like
that
the
you've had?
container.
What do you say?
I just made it up on the spot, but it sounds good.
100%.
We
I
should
would eat
do
wings
that,
out
guys.
of a Viking ship.
Who wants to go out for a chicken boat tonight?
100%. I'm in.
I could.
What flavor?
This has got to be done somewhere.
Somewhere.
Oh my
And then
gosh.
all the music that plays in the
yes.
restaurant is Muzak, but it sounds like chicken sounds.
And then like around it has troughs around the boat that's just filled with ranch dressing, but it looks like the ocean. They dye it like light blue.
All right, let's talk about
Fine.
Ugh,
Sudds
my
and
stomach.
Malone, detective solving crimes in 1938 New York.
And they're cute mice.
Speaking of ones that surprised they're not doing as well, I thought that this would be doing a lot better.
I don't know why this company, who I very much like,
Crosscut?
yeah. And it's Adam West's company, not that Adam West.
Is there another Adam West?
No. Batman. The original Batman for the 60s was Adam West.
No.
Yeah, really.
I disagree.
Okay.
Disagree.
The original
Anyway,
was
so
George Clooney.
I
Done.
really tend to like games from this designer. Deadline, I really like. Actually, all the ones showing there.
Transmission. Oh, it's there. Yeah.
And the games never do that well, unfortunately. They're always interesting.
Yes.
He takes kind of a long time in between games, but when he finally gets around to coming out with a game, I'm intrigued.
Right. They're always well developed, I feel like.
Yes.
You know,
They're always
and-
well finalized. And this one gives me a little bit of a feel of Deadline. Thematically, it's very in line with that. Obviously, that was people, and it was kind of noir. This is the cutesy little critters. But I
not
like
too
what's
cute.
going on. No, it's good. It's a good look.
Yeah.
I like the dice drafting in it. I like kind of what's going on in there. This one's really captivating to me.
Right. It's kind of that deduction of sorts, you know, because you have the cards you're trying to figure out, not who done it necessarily, but, you know, figure out those 4 cards and capitalize on that information,
Right.
you know, with your points. You
But
know?
it's not Deadline. In Deadline, you had an actual case. There were like 12
Got
cases
it.
in the box.
Yeah.
And once you figured it out, you couldn't really replay that. If you remembered, you couldn't really replay that. But this is not that. It's sort of inspired a little bit by that. Some of the symbols remind me of that game.
Interesting.
Like the matchbook
Okay.
symbols on things
Yeah.
and little bullets and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
also
It's been
love
a
the
long
name.
time. Super
Sudds
cute.
and Malone.
It definitely has a Rescuers Down Under noir look
All right, you
to
guys
it.
got it. Come on. It only takes like 20 people. Let's fund this thing. It only needs $3,000. You can do it. Come on. I believe in y'all.
Yeah, this one.
This is
I
super
hope this
cute.
does really, really well. I like this stuff.
But I mean,
a lot.
transmissions, I mean, it did well, you know, but not stellar.
Right.
But then I remember afterward, it was like, where can I get it? Where can I get it? You know, and so
I don't know what
it's
it
an
is. People just don't.
availability issue.
They don't hear
It's-
about these games
yeah.
while they're funding somehow,
Right.
and this is the perfect opportunity for you to find out about this
Right.
and tell people who might like it.
Yeah, this is a surprise that it's not doing better because even the gameplay videos were captivating,
Yeah.
you know.
Win or die. A tactical skirmish war game. This is from Wales Entertainment. Not that Wales.
With an H.
Yeah, it's with an H, which is,
Oh.
well, who knows. This looks,
Yes.
I've seen this before. You know, it's fantasy cards on a board with miniatures and
The one thing they're talking about that's kind of they're saying sets it apart is the dials on it that you'll put in order to track their health. We have seen that before, but I really appreciate that implementation in it rather than it being you know, chits that you're putting on there or like little hearts to count down their health, something like that. A die that
I
has
like
to
it.
follow them around. So I like that aspect that it's built into the base.
And I like that it's not hero clicks across the bottom, which is a good way to do it, and it stays out of the way, you know. But the dial across the top with an image of the thing, that's a good look. Like that seems very easy to manage.
it's also legally distinct from here.
Yeah.
Like,
Probably right.
As long as it's in there well and it's not every time you move it, be careful not to, you know what I mean? Like, I really like this idea, and I hope it is everything it's promising.
Yeah.
You know?
I do wonder how much of a strong stranglehold on that idea HeroClix has, because you'd think other games would do that.
You think so, but also the HeroClix, I've never found it to be particularly... It always feels like they're a pain to pick up and click. It never feels smooth.
Is it because you have to pick it up and click it or something like that? Yeah.
The one on top actually seems better. I can hold the piece, and I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, I really love how Chip Theory does it, where you have the chips underneath, and as they lose health, you just take those chips out. You know,
great.
I love that. But if you
don't
want to go
miniature,
chip,
that'd be annoying a little bit.
Correct. Yeah, I agree.
All right, Thieves Market, and I cut, you steal. Game of greed and thievery. I cut, you choose. They crossed off the word choose and put the word steal there, which completely changes the game. This is from
completely unique
Pickpocket Games, and are you kidding? Animals. This is new. So, come on. Like, wow. There's got to be like a limit to how many anthropomorphic animal games we can have.
The limit is one more than we have now.
Well, we say that we did just look at Sudds and Malone.
But see, that one felt different.
That's true. Yeah,
you're right, though. Okay, so these guys have made some games here before. I wanted to take a look at the ones they did before. Barnyard, a bifold game. I played that one.
Okay.
I don't know if I played Gnome Sweet Gnome. This Val game looks so bad. I can't even. I have to close this down.
But it has an owl.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's good, but anyway, it's a small little game.
It feels mass market, you know, and I don't mean that in a negative way, just not my audience kind of thing.
Wait, this is a reprint?
Oh, what? I missed that.
Tom has never been more jaded. I'm trying not to get super jaded about this, but some of these things I want them. I don't know.
Mikhail says this is a reprint to have the old version. Do you like it, man?
Well, I mean, he still has it. Come on.
Yeah, but he might be a hoarder for all we know.
Oof. Okay.
Mikhail, are you a hoarder?
Oof.
You know what? This is inexpensive. It might be fantastic. I'll take back my words if so.
Get it and find out.
Companion Quest. Tiny heroes on a big adventure.
Let's go back to the other one.
Hey, let's take a look at these tiny heroes.
This one somehow looks
polished.
Worse.
You think so?
The artwork, because the artwork has that. We borrowed it from failing mobile games.
Yes.
Look.
It's that farming game, cutesy, little too rounded, it's not
the
kawaii,
ad.
but
it's like the ad that comes up when you didn't want to buy that app, and it's just barely animated.
Right.
Where it's like a lady going, oh no, and her sink explodes and she goes, just barely animated, you know?
Yeah.
It's that, but with animals.
Yeah.
And I hate it. Also, did Mikhail answer?
He is a hoarder.
It's fine, and I'm definitely a hoarder.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, if it's fine, you still have it. Yeah.
Get rid of it if it's just fine.
I'm hoping this one's good. This is Ghostfire Gaming. Let's see what else they've done.
Let's check it out.
Grim, Aurora, Grim.
You know, I'm noticing more and more when I click on these, what else have these companies done? How many Kickstarter games, despite the fact that we're reviewing 500 plus games a year, how many games we miss and have never even heard of and just fly by? You got to be careful here. But unlike you, jaded people, I'm back. I like the colorfulness of this. I think it looks interesting.
No, you like that pearlescent dye. That's what you like. That's what
you like that it's so purple.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping the game is good. No, I like these cards. I like that pesky plant card. That looks cool.
That's a cute card.
That is a cute card.
I like
okay,
that one.
I'm coming around.
Also, does it come with these mushrooms?
No. Look at those little tokens. Those little emoji
also, did
tokens.
This guy get stabbed in the face with a it's a. I thought.
Oh, he's eating. He's eating.
He had been impaled in his face.
Oh, gosh.
I was like, that's horrifying.
Oh my goodness me! If that had been the case, 8 out of 10.
Yeah. Yeah. This one didn't grab me at all.
All right. Well, maybe the next one will.
Maybe.
Okay, so this is one of the biggest Kickstarters of the week by backer numbers, 6,600. This is Point Galaxy and Propolis. Is it Propolis?
I'm guessing Propolis.
Propolis, yeah.
So Point Galaxy is the
it's
third.
Probably Propolis.
Point Galaxy is the third in the series now, I think. Point Salad.
Point Salad. Point City.
Point City, now Point Galaxy.
Galaxy.
They can't go any farther. The next one, Point Universe. I don't know what else they can do. or point in time. You know, they can multiverse it up.
Ooh, a point in time.
You're giving them all your good ideas.
I'm
hold
full
back.
ideas today, but the chicken boat is mine. Okay.
Back off the chicken boat.
It seems like in this one, I felt like they were pushing Propolis more than Point Galaxy.
Interesting.
I think they figure Point Galaxy will push itself.
I
maybe.
agree.
Yeah.
And it's a follow-up. It's going to be a new way to grab these cards and do stuff. I thought Point City, while a good game, was a step down from Point Salad for me. But that was only because Point Salad is just so smooth and so fast.
Got it.
It's so clean. That's what these games need to be. You forget that the game did well and everybody plays it because of the very things you are removing in sequels. You are adding in more things. And look, I get it. You can't sell me the exact same game again. But this game just does not look as clear. I look at this Point Galaxy flops and all the symbols everywhere and this stretch of a theme. Am I collecting celestial bodies?
But you want to see them in
What?
order
Like,
because
I'll
of numbers.
complain after I play it because I'm hoping it's good. I don't mind.
Hold my glasses. I complain during the crowdfunding.
I'm going to talk about this Propolis game, though. A lot of people are comparing this to Splendor. I really like the color palette of this.
Yeah. Splendor killer.
No, but I mean, it looks, I don't know, there's a lot of pastels, but they're bright pastels. I don't know how to explain it. I just like the look of this one. My only complaint is I think the name is a little odd, but this looks, I'm more interested in this than the other game.
They look a little similar, to be fair. They have a little bit of...
They look like they'd
I
go...
can see why they're together.
Yeah, it looked like it would go right next to each other.
Yeah.
Like if we had one of these and then here in a month we have the Kickstarter for the other one, I'd be like, didn't we just do this? You know? Yeah. So I think it's a good call to do them together.
I
How
think
much
so,
are
too.
they to get both? That's the print and play.
Oh,
You
interesting.
can just get one for 19, and then you can get them both for 35. That's two games for 35. That's an amazingly
Wow,
That is a
yeah,
good
that's
deal.
A really
That's
good.
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the Kickstarter editions,
Wow.
which I assume are only mildly different, but still.
Yeah.
This and these guys, even though I did not love their last game, what was it, Nocturne?
Yes.
They have such a good track record of
Yes.
making good games.
Yeah.
Even I didn't love Nocturne, but a lot of other people liked it. In fact, I didn't like their last two games, Nocturne and the one before that.
The
with
plants?
the plants and-
Squares, yeah.
Oh, Verdant?
Yes,
Verdant, yes.
Yeah.
But I do like the last. Like I said, I didn't think Point City was as good as Points Out, but I still liked
So the last
it.
three you didn't like.
No, I still liked it. I said.
Last
I'm
four.
lost.
Oh, it just lost a point though.
What is it?
Beeples. I was waiting. I was
What do you
like, how
mean?
did you miss the Beeples?
What would you call that?
They're bees. Okay, they're bees.
Yeah,
they're
place
not,
your
they're not
bees.
people.
To me, it's very meta.
How
right?
do you know it's not a person in a bee outfit?
Okay, if that's the case, you may call them beeples, and they deserve to be called people. You come home from work and like,
Hey, honey, how was your day? Beepling sucks. I had a hard day beepling today. Oh, goodness.
all right, cool beans. So that's gonna do well. Bull Shark, the bluffing game with a bite. It's doing pretty well.
This video very clearly described why I hate these games. When
Okay.
it gets to the point where he's like, all right, he played that. So if I play this, then that means he probably did that. Or is he trying to bluff me? That means maybe I should play this because this. Or is he trying to do that? So if I do that, and I was like, I'm so far out of this game.
Right.
I hate that mechanism. Like, just bluffing, you know, and
Yeah.
trying to read bluff. And like, I was like, I so much appreciated this video because instantly I was like, I know this is not for me, but I know about 100 people this is for. It is
What about
not for me.
What about the box? Does everyone like the box?
I hate it.
Yeah. It looks,
It
again,
also, this is a game that's been out a few times, just another version of like that, like, oh, bluff. Mm-hmm. And we added more action cards that do stupid
But
crap.
here's the thing: if you look at it, we were just talking about the last one. Here you're paying $38, and it's like, here's the game: 52 cards and a manual, and a box, and pearls, and a pearl bag, and stretch goals.
right.
That doesn't seem like I'm getting a lot. Then this is 74, and I'm giving you a bunch of trash on top of
Yeah.
that.
Right.
And then 250, you get even more trash. I'm like, wait a minute, isn't this a card game?
But if we go back to it, I mean, at a $35 price point to get the game, right? This
38,
looks
yeah.
38.
Oh,
this,
the other one?
No, this one right here,
Yeah,
38.
yeah.
So this is one that I think would sit at Target and sell pretty well because of the box. As gamers and hobby gamers, we're like, it's not going to fit on my Calyx, right? But going down the Target aisle or whatever, I think that people would be interested in this.
I don't think it would
not
at
a
$38
$38 price point.
Right.
It's like you have missed the market for
Well,
that.
I wasn't complaining about this box unless it's a 10. It might be a 10.
I don't think it's going to fit on shelves well. But I think that it is a good marketing tool.
Sure.
But you're expecting $19.99. You're expecting this
I
to sit
agree.
next to Uno. You're expecting this to sit next to Gloom. You're expecting this to sit next to those just little card games at Target.
Right. I mean, the game is I play a card and I say what it is. I mean, for goodness sake, this is a traditional card game that they added action cards to. And you know they're going to be hilarious. Mm-hmm. It's that. Like, this is 1-5. Am I lying or am I telling the truth? Except in this one, normally in that game, I'm just trying to empty my hand of cards. So I'll bluff, and then if you don't call me and I did bluff, I'm like, sweet, I got rid of a card by lying. In this one, if you don't call me and then you go and take your turn, I'm like, I was lying, and I get a pearl.
And you get a pearl, yeah.
Just shoot me instead.
So it like interrupts the gameplay.
It just sounds awful.
Yeah.
It sounds like, again, worn down idea from the bottom of the you're scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, so
I get it. You have an animation studio. Cute. I love that. Do that. I like the animation. I
Sure,
like the
but
look.
Someone pointed out around the board said
That's
it's made by a YouTuber
interesting.
named Hamination, and he mentions that here too.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I missed that.
And so
okay.
if you like all that guy's stuff, then you don't care. We got a funny game.
And that's why it's the extra. It's
Yeah.
kind of like getting some Dice Tower merch. That happens to be something
Then
like that,
that's-
you know?
Do Gamefound right now. Go back to
Then,
that.
Support
then
that
maybe
Dario
that's
Hub.
the idea. Maybe that's what it is, and I'm just missing the point.
Speaking of
Missing the point.
well, no, this is FlickFleet feels to me at this point like it's an underground game.
Yeah, man.
It feels like this game is being talked about. I see it often online. It's sold in Facebook ads, and it comes up on Crowdsurfing every once in a while. And I've never seen anyone play it. Oh, actually, I did. One time it was on the cruise. People were playing it a lot on the cruise. And again, I'm not even opposed to it. I like flicking games, and but it looks very indie. And it looks like when you come to this website, you know if you're going to buy it or not.
I think so.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You like this game quite a bit. I mean,
I've never played it.
I thought you did like this.
Oh.
Not? Am I confusing this with a different game?
Maybe. Yeah, I've not played this
There's
one.
one that you like build ships, attach ships. What am I thinking
Oh,
of?
that's a different one. That's
They might as well be the same game. Who
that-
cares?
no, they're not even remotely the same.
Yeah, they're
That one you're
basically
building
trash. They're
Legos.
both trash.
Ooh.
Harmaton.
I like flicking
like the
games.
shape
I
of
like
that ship.
dexterity games, so I'm intrigued by this. But to me, it just looks old.
I
You
know
know?
what they're doing. They're like, hey, we made this we have one of those acrylic printers machines. I'm like, that's great, but you're crowdfunding this, so maybe you should up the level
Yeah.
a little bit, make them
Yeah.
wooden pieces or something.
Sure, sure.
Maybe.
Yeah, this has been out. I know it's been out in parts, and they're doing more. Is it funding? Is it doing well? Does it have its audience?
It's
It's
funding.
fine.
It's-
Like I
yeah,
said,
it's-
I feel like
like
this is the people
20.
who like this like it. You
Cool.
know,
That's
Yeah.
cool. You're getting more for something you enjoy.
battle pages, a single page tower defense game series. I feel like there's an extra word in there somewhere, but it has almost 1,000 backers.
Yep.
What else has Jason
so
Greeno
I
done?
didn't understand why this one was doing
Power
so
creep.
well.
Dangerous Space, Welcome to Reckoning.
Oh, I know. Welcome to Reckoning. I've backed
okay.
that.
That's the one that went to the Gabe Barrett.
Yeah, that's
As
right.
well.
Yeah.
So interesting. That makes me a little more interested. I was not interested in this because of that right there, actually, where you have dice out there that do something, but then you're actually putting the characters on the board by a letter, which then you have to look at the side of the sheet to reference right there, like what it is. It was just too much. I would just rather a miniature be there or
Right.
something like, or I want a little token that has that stat that's then on the space.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little bit too much of like, I'm here. What's that one again? Okay, what's this do? It just seemed a little bit too many reference points, I think, for a simple print and play.
Gotta say though, it looks good though. They
do like
I
the
think
look?
the art, I think the look and everything is pretty cool. That what you said, it was a minor thing for me, but I would be tempted to play this. I don't play these very often, so I'm not going to
Yeah.
pretend like others who have been on the show in the past have pretended that they will play these games.
They do not. They just buy them.
He supports with
just
his
back
voice.
them, and they don't print them. They're garbage people.
All right.
But that being said, his other games that we saw there actually make me a little more interested.
I'm talking about Joey.
Oh, what?
It's not clear.
Joey
Joey's
who?
who I was talking about.
Cosmos.
Who's that?
These people definitely did not look up, does this name exist already? There's a company called Cosmos. It's with a K.
Yeah.
But anyway.
This is a trick-taking game.
It is. And it's the first one. And this is from Japan. The art on the cards and everything is very classy for me. I mean, I look at those cards, I'm like, yeah, I'd play that.
Looks good. I don't know about the black bordered idea. It's probably a bad idea, but sure, okay.
Oh, you can sleeve them, I suppose.
No. This game does not look very interesting. I watched the how to play, and I thought, yeah, I played that trick-taking game 20 years ago,
Which
I
one
swear.
is it?
Yeah.
It's any of the ones where maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe there's a few. I know I've owned trick-taking games that do this. You lead, you have to follow suit, but if somebody cannot follow suit and they play a different thing, you can now follow that suit also. And then whichever suit has the most cards on the table, that's the winning suit. And the highest card within it takes it.
Oh, we
you
just played.
don't want tricks.
I just played a game like that. What was that?
I just played that at Dice Tower West.
There's a few
I take
games
that back.
like
I
it.
watched it played.
I used to have an
because
old card
I was like,
game
"Ah."
from Germany
Rodney
called
was
Compañeros, which did the same thing.
What's the name? The Chapmans. Like,
You're talking
Chris,
about
what's the most recent game
Seas
that
of
come out
Strife.
with this?
yeah.
Oh, Seas of Strife.
Yeah.
They did it.
I
I do
yeah.
like
Yeah.
Seas of Strife, though, but that's different. It's all one long number string.
Sure. That is different.
Whereas this is Suits, yeah.
Interesting. All right.
Anyway, it did not look very interesting to me. There's a
Paintbrushes.
couple of twists, but
Ayo.
Precision brushes and tools for miniature painters. They're not fooling around here. It's like tools. They don't even say paintbrushes. Like,
Yeah, right. They're tools.
Get these tools, and they have
Yeah.
an oath of values.
I'm getting a little tired of this. Like, I couldn't find the right brush, so I made it myself. You know, it's kind of like the tagline.
If everything was
for everybody.
that
I'm like,
that easy, you know what I mean?
Right.
Come on.
Yeah,
you know?
like-
But
I
also,
couldn't
is
find
it
a
true?
cake that
like,
was...
Is it like the brushes don't exist? Like, there's only so much
No,
you
right.
can
come
do.
on.
or do you just like,
no.
research it enough and realize like, oh, all brushes have this flaw because that's what the tool is. you know?
Come
Like-
on. I'm
like-
sorry. No, I agree with you. I'm getting kind of
Yeah.
tired of that. I couldn't find the perfect cake that had no calories, so I invented it.
Right.
No, you can't just do that.
Yeah.
Hold on, he's excited though.
Tell me about this cake.
It's made mostly of chickens.
Is there
Come on a boat.
of ranch dressing?
Yeah, so the STLs I did not like. I think they look pretty bad.
Yeah, they
But
seem pretty generic. to
Doesn't
me,
matter.
but,
You're not
you know.
really backing for that. I guess the brushes themselves. And there's no way to tell. It's a
That's
brush
the other thing.
online. I don't
At
know.
this point, there are so many ways to see the brush, to handle the brush, that I would not be comfortable jumping into something like this. You know.
Yeah. No,
But again, that's because I go to so many conventions and things like that I have the opportunity to try. But even like local game stores, they'll have it in there. And go and get one. If you like it, then you kind of invest in those kinds. You know.
I like that's a dumb question.
So yeah,
Yes.
oh, yes.
These like super tiny brushes, right? That
Yeah.
do a
Yeah.
dot type
Yeah.
thing. Why would you use that over, say, just a really sharp toothpick? No.
So
Can you ask again, please, but do it in a voice like this?
Yes.
So a lot of the really fine ones, actually, there's some discussion on like how fine of a brush you need. Like the better the painter you are, the more you can do like a little bit of a bigger brush, and it comes down to how much paint can be held in the barrel at that point. So how much you can do without having to go back to.
Sure.
So to use a toothpick, that's going to be a one-time dot with very little control because how much paint is on the end of that. It's how much you're daubing on there, which means it's going to glop onto the miniature.
I just think at a certain point, if your hand, it just seems like the brushes are so small that I would also need a microscopic movement with my hand to match the
Well, a lot of-
tininess of the brush.
Yeah. No, I mean it really depends on what you're going for, but a lot of fine details, I'll like use a marker sometimes. You know, like for eyes, if I need like to get a black in the middle, I don't have
Sure.
a steady enough hand, so I just get like a little really fine tip pen.
Have you ever used a toothpick?
I've not.
Okay.
I'm not an animal.
I'm sorry. I guess I didn't give away how stupid of a question that was.
I prefaced it as such. All right, moving on. Gudnak card game.
Gudnak to you, sir.
Big plays, bolder moves, and epic battles. This is an expansion. Gudnak, I believe,
Yeah.
is on our shelf.
Yeah.
Is it? I think so.
Yeah.
You don't know.
I do. Of course I do. It's back there. It came. The game and then some expansion.
Oh, it's in one. Yeah, it's like one of the boxes, odd size. So I don't know yet. I haven't played it, so I can't speak to or for against it. There's a lot of these games out there, which doesn't make it bad or good. It's just that.
Look, this is kind of my speed. I looked through it a little bit. I opened it. I looked through it. It didn't captivate me enough to be like, yeah, I'm going to take this and mess with it some more.
I feel like they definitely know that this is an expansion and are not putting a lot of effort into hey, here's a jumping in point. I mean, it took me halfway. I was like, how to play? What am I looking at? I had to search the page 4 times to be like, oh, it's because of this expansion. They expect you to know already.
Yeah.
I struggled with that.
We should try this at some point.
Yeah, I'm happy to try it, but my point was that it didn't captivate me enough to be like, oh, hey, Tom, we got to try this. It looks okay. It kind of looks like Summoner Wars a little bit, like a trading card game a little bit.
The problem with Summoner Wars has kind of ruined most of these games for me because Summoner Wars is so good. You play a lot of these. I'm not saying this one, but I played a lot of them like, a lot of these games feel that way. So.
I think that's what I would want to see from this page is like, how is this different from that? Like, what is the hook into this one? And not knowing the original game, I didn't get that from the page.
Right.
And so I needed a little more help getting into this project.
A lot of games on crowdfunding would benefit from a section titled, "How's this different?
Yeah.
Why this one?"
Inspired by and how it sets itself apart. Like, it's okay to say I'm inspired by Summoner, and I'm not saying this one is. I'm just saying whatever it may be, it's like, hey, it might be compared to this. Here's how it's different. Here's how it was inspired by, but this is what we think we're bringing to the table. This is our hook,
What's your hook?
All right, our last gaming project here, Ozob, a Cyberpunk board game. This is from Nonsense Creations. I saw they were showing this off at Gen Con last year. This is by the way, the company who makes this has the rights to use this Ozob character. People keep yelling about that. The clown with a nose that's a grenade.
Is this a thing from something?
Yeah, I think it's from Brazil. I want to say, but I might be wrong.
Okay.
But he's definitely like a character from lore or something to that effect.
Okay. Like a historical figure.
Interesting.
I don't know about historical. Him and Johnny Appleseed had a fight one time. And
did you realize that Ozob is the word bozo backwards?
No.
What? All right, Mike Heller said that this lifted a lot from Death May Die. I was definitely getting Cthulhu, not Cthulhu, I'm sorry, Zombicide vibes from it as well, which I think those two I put in a very similar category in a positive way.
This looks interesting enough. I don't love Cyberpunk, or not Cyberpunk.
This is Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk,
Cyberpunk / apocalyptic type stuff.
Yeah.
I don't love as much as other people, although I do think the main character's hilarious. My favorite character from that stupid PlayStation game was driving the clown truck around killing everybody.
Oh, Twisted Metal?
Twisted Metal, yeah. So I imagine this is the driver of that. He's not, but I mean, it kind of gives me that same vibe.
I feel like it's probably going to have like just off-the-wall weapons and, like just lots of grenades and stuff, which I really like it. That's a lot of characters.
Well, Mike Heller said it takes a lot from
Death May Die.
Death May Die. Have you played this then? Or is he like extrapolating that?
Well, you could go read the rule book.
Thanks,
Mike,
but
will
no
you read
thanks.
the rule book for me and let me know how close to Death May Die it is?
I got to know these things. I like the theme here. I like the idea of it. Yeah, it seems kind of...
This was a Brazilian. Yeah, okay.
Brazilian, okay. It's got that whole, like, over-the-top, blah, punk kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that sometimes can be used as a mask for bad gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we'll hide the gameplay behind, we're crazy! Blah. So, I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
This is weird. The miniature looks better than the art.
That's
well, the miniature is Lenny Kravitz. The art. Ooh, that's cool. I like his arms.
Saying I like the miniature better than the art on each of these, I think.
I don't know. That art's pretty cute right there.
I watched a playthrough of it. He
watched
says.
a playthrough,
Okay, cool.
He says you play cards, and the bad guy comes onto the board, which I'm not opposed to that. Again, we were just talking about this. I don't mind games that are inspired by other games that I already like. I just want to know how is it different. And this one is at the theme. Cool. It's also a theme I love. I'd like to have that little variety to it.
I did watch a little bit of the gameplay myself, and it has a push your luck idea in it,
I'm also
where you
into that.
flip cards, and if you draw too many, if you flip or whatever too many, then you hit a threshold and hurt yourself.
Y'all are selling me on this. Okay. Okay.
All right. Well,
I would
cool.
I would
All right.
definitely. I'm not backing this because it doesn't. It's not there for me. But I would definitely mess with it if it came in here, and I'd poke at it.
Tom's, he
It's a
wants
year
it.
away.
You should back
It's
it
a
for
year
Z.
away.
He asked you politely.
We're moving.
That's not
Can't
what I
back anything.
said. That's not what I said.
Can you got a year to change your address? It's fine. But look at Z. Look at that face. He needs it.
Look at my nose.
Look at
It's a
that cute little
grenade.
face. He needs it. He's so sad without
Punch in
it.
the nose, it's bad.
No.
All right. That's it for games. We're going to take a look at several non-gaming projects in just a second. But first, let's hear from Mr. Mark.
Street.
This spotlight is brought to you by Zero Day, a cooperative, roguelike, deck-building dungeon crawler set in a dystopian cyberpunk world. The game's narrative unfolds in the futuristic city of Shijima, where rogue AI bots have taken over after a global government. The regime of authoritarian tetrarchs, or RAP for short, created a kill switch program called Zero Day. This program was designed to control unruly AI, but the machines turned against their creators, launching attacks on anyone with cybernetic enhancements. Players take on the role of resistance fighters who must infiltrate AI-controlled databases, defeat bots, and hack their way through various operations. Along the way, players scavenge parts, build cyber mods, and equip powerful hacks to outsmart their robotic enemies. The stakes are high. If a single player falls in battle, the entire operation fails. The game immerses players in a high-tech world where they must work together to survive against relentless AI forces, using strategy, teamwork, and quick thinking to stay one step ahead of their foes. Whether upgrading their skills, scavenging for parts, or completing dangerous missions, players will need to rely on their cybernetic abilities and ingenuity to triumph. For more information, please check out the campaign, which is now live on Kickstarter.
Yeah. 0 day dot executionable
All right.
file.
PixelMug P1 I almost said A1. It's
Ooh, A1 would be good.
Ooh, that-
enhanced mug with
I
a
could go for a
pixel
steak.
display. So
That picture right there, that picture's
Yeah.
real.
100%. 100%.
And then they show you, and it's like, oh, it looks like crap embedded in the under
so
the
bad.
plastic. This
this is so
is ridiculous. They're making money too on this.
Yeah.
It looks like that. It basically has like the first version of Android that ever came out is what's powering this thing.
and your kid's gonna drop it the first time they stick it in the dishwasher.
100%.
Although
Is it
even
dishwasher
safe?
safe?
I don't know.
I doubt it. It probably
buy
will
nothing.
explode if you stick it in the microwave.
I'm sorry.
I
I buy
assume.
nothing that's not dishwasher safe, and I refuse to buy anything that's dry clean only.
My
That is a hard line.
My favorite part of this
Can't do
was you can send each other little images like it's 1996. I mean,
But-
it's basically an Etch-a-Sketch
Yeah.
with an antenna in it.
But also, like, how do they get the message? Does it vibrate? Like, you know,
No,
like a
you need to be
phone?
looking at
Like,
it.
you have to look at it. So, like, are they sending a message? Then just be like,
Hey,
to work.
look
What
at
you
your
doing?
mug.
Come
wouldn't
to
it be
work,
funny?
I'm all grouchy. Like Z didn't answer my thing. You're like, oh, I didn't
Oh,
drink
sorry, I
anything
didn't
this
look at the
morning.
mug. Oh,
I didn't drink coffee today. I'm like,
did you send me a mugagram? No, the other one is,
is this for people without phones?
yeah, this is for people who live in the past. Yes.
they want to be off
Also, one of the
screens, but,
things
like,
is it shows you if you have a meeting, like it counts down, and then it
that's
lights
great.
up like meeting now.
Oh, my gosh.
Or you could do that on the phone and computer in front of you. I have another surface to look at now.
And it's like on your cup, which is going to be way down here, not eye
Oh,
catching.
there's the meeting
It's not
thing.
like.
Meeting magic.
Look at this.
That would be awful. I buy you all one of these.
Oh,
It's on your
man.
desk, and it just starts going off like,
Right.
it's time for a meeting.
We have
Yeah,
a meeting.
Right. Or this is like our instant messaging, internal here. It's like you just put it up there. And you're like, can you come to my office?
We don't need Discord. We got mugs.
Right.
This is so bad. Again, this is dead on arrival because of smartphones.
That's right. Mike's true. You need to get live stock quotes from it. You're sitting there. You just,
I know.
it goes up. You're just like, I knew it.
You might have better success. I'm not kidding here. If you just made a mug that attaches to your smartphone, that might be a better idea. I can then look at the phone
Yeah.
while I'm sipping.
I'm
Kind
glad
of like that
waterproof.
shaver we saw.
That's insane that they even
Yes.
have to say that it's waterproof. If it's not waterproof, it's not a mug.
But does that mean it is dishwasher friendly?
No, it's dishwasher proximity alert.
No, it says feel free to hand wash it.
Feel free.
Yeah, you don't have to.
You may wash this mug if you would like.
I like it says feel free to hand wash it with confidence. It's built to withstand daily use. Again, no doing.
Regular
Better be.
rinsing. I love that. It can withstand regular rinsing. Almost everything can withstand regular rinsing. My goodness.
Oh,
right,
so
next.
bad.
So this one is kind of fascinating me.
Oh, I
This looks
love this.
awesome.
I want this so bad.
Like you can, the physics of this. These ads keep showing up my Facebook. I don't know why, and I keep looking at like I thought this is almost like they keep showing miniatures in it. I'm like,
They
is this like a
do.
painting tool?
It is, yeah. I
That's one
wonder
of
like
the
what
things they're
his hobby
showing.
is.
Yeah.
You know that they're doing like the fine tooth filing on it and stuff, like on models and miniatures. And I think this is great. I just don't want to pay for it.
Oh,
It looks
it's
pretty.
pricey, right?
It
It is
is.
kind of pricey, yeah. You'd have to use this thing a lot in whatever your hobby is
Oh,
or
if you're
your
at a
work
machine
is.
shop, you got to get one
Yeah.
of these, right?
For maybe very small work, yeah. One thing that threw me off is at the top they're like the forgotten, a forgotten relic brought back. I'm like, you mean a vice?
vice.
Because the vice is not a forgotten relic. This is not a thing from the past that no one has anymore. I was very thrown off by that.
Yeah.
I think that's what they mean, the vice. And this is an adjustable sort of vice.
I don't know that they're saying that because they're saying here in the chat that these type of clamps have been around for a long time, but they're not made often anymore. So maybe it's
Maybe they
this
mean
type-
this specific thing then?
this type of clamp because someone said up ahead there that these already exist. So I think it's this specific kind that can go to the shape maybe.
Okay.
I would buy one of these.
Interesting. You should.
But not for $100 and
Yeah, 180.
$93 or
Makes
whatever, no.
Ozob look like a deal.
You can put
You can
the
do it.
clown's nose
That's how it
in
works.
this.
Hey, Mom, can I get this? No. How about this more expensive thing? No. How about the more expensive
Fine.
thing? How about the first one again? Let's go back. All right, this is cool. Would you like to create your own chocolate out of a pen?
That
man.
sounds gross when phrased like that.
Yeah, right. Maybe.
I would not, okay? But if you mean that you put real chocolate in it and then I can squirt it out in a poopy type shape, then yes, I will. Go back up. Go back up a little bit right there. Look, that's feces.
All right, this is definitely not something you'd want to give kids for a cake because that cake's going to, like that one cake, they quick pan away from it. I was like, I wouldn't want that cake actually.
Right, you're
it looks like someone
it looks
pooped on
pretty
the cake.
bad. It looks
telling
pretty
you.
rough.
That
yeah.
being said, if you are not an expert chef because they would know how to do all this, but like if you're a wannabe baker and you want to make cakes, this seems like a pretty useful tool.
It seems quite imprecise
don't
from
know.
everything I'm
Yeah,
seeing.
that's
Looks
what I'm
very
saying.
imprecise.
It looks like just an electric version of the little squeezy icing things that you get in Publix.
And you have way more
You know?
control over that.
And you have all the colors.
Because you know exactly how it's coming out because you can control that pressure.
right, yeah.
You can change the
Yeah.
tips.
It also does feel a tad big.
No.
Where are you going to store?
No.
A little bit, you think?
Store that?
What are you talking about?
The fact that
Look,
she's
it's
having her
also
mom
it's also a
help, yeah.
vice.
I just thought it was a cool
Yeah.
concept, but the execution is like, it feels like it's a few years early.
I
Look at that. That just looks bad.
That
Like,
looks
there's no
bad, yeah.
control.
Right.
I do love the video. This video is one of my favorite videos this week.
This video made me want to go
Is his
punch
mom at
something.
home?
Oh my
like,
gosh.
Is it from the beginning? Yeah. It'll like the girl comes home. Write my will with it.
Yeah.
This girl comes home.
Yeah.
It's her birthday. The mom decorated the couch to say happy birthday as we do.
Did you decorate the couch?
Yeah.
The couch, yeah,
The girl
yeah.
knocks. She's not in front of the door, but
no,
then
no.
she comes around and she's clearly
She
coming from
rings the
another
doorbell.
room.
Yeah.
And then she looks over her mother. Yeah, whatever, my birthday.
Is it my birthday?
Oh my gosh, Mom, I'm so glad to be here. Thank you for decorating the couch in part of the kitchen.
And then she's
oh,
like,
wait a second. Is that
"That's
two sad plates of spaghetti? Just you and me, Mom? Dad did die too young, didn't he? This is like the saddest video.
What's wrong with you?
Like the music is happy, but if you replace it for a sad song,
Oh yeah.
I guarantee you'll be
100%.
depressed by
I
the
think
end of
it's
this
amazing
video.
that the
100%.
kid comes in and she shows her the couch. She's like, yo, I got time to look at that.
Yeah, she's like, don't touch. It's to look only. Don't touch.
Mom, load my chocolate pen. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
All right. Next. The
Let's
portable
go.
toilet revolution. Does a
It's
bear
about
use
time.
these? He does indeed.
I love that this is stuff that we already have for dogs and cats.
Do
and
we?
here it is in like human form. You know, like you have the little poop bags that you could, or like when it self cleans the litter box, you know, and puts it in a little bag for you. Like we already have these, and it's like now for humans.
Don't you have to like carry this around though?
You do have to carry it around. You mean the bag or that? No, it has a carrying case. It has like a zipper thing.
Yeah, but if we're packing up for the trip, I'm like,
this takes a lot of room on that
carrying
trip.
This? I'm like, not me.
Hey, you're on toilet duty. All right, I gotta carry this.
But it would
Look, the whole giant thing.
That's like a bowling bag, actually. Can you imagine bringing this to like some meetup here, and you're like, guys, I brought my own toilet.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
That's amazing.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah.
It's a thing, I guess.
I mean,
every one of these things we see about camping always makes me feel super happy that I don't camp. None of these has ever made me go, that would get me to go camping.
That was my line. You have now helped me get over it, and I'm ready to go camping.
Right.
I'm like, or I can just find a hotel that has one of these inside it.
You want the hotel to have this?
No, a toilet though.
Oh, it's interesting. That would be a neat hotel. Glamping hotel.
You gotta go down to the
Everything
lobby.
they have
Can I
is-
borrow the toilet?
I'll
Get to rent it.
up.
Check it out.
Put me on the list for the toilet. How many people in front of me? 3. I can wait. I can wait.
wait. Yeah.
That's a big chain on it, so you can't take it out.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you can't steal it. Yes.
All right.
That's great.
Hey, we're back to the Argo Zirconia ceramic cutter. Super safe for all. That they have to put that right at the very top.
Yeah.
I mean, so these are pretty cool. I do like the ceramic knives. I have one at home that I'll use to like open boxes and stuff, you know, as opposed to like a blade or a box cutter. So I do think that they're really cool. I just don't understand why this is on Kickstarter right now. I'm pretty sure you can get stuff like this on Amazon.
Is this similar to that tool that cuts boxes that they show that kids can buy this thing that's like perfectly safe? It won't hurt you.
Yeah, it's the
You
same.
cut boxes
Yeah, it's like
with
that
It
it.
looks
ceramic,
plastic. It looks like a plastic blade. It's what this is.
Yeah.
This is cool. Sure, it's safe. Yes.
Maybe I should
They'd
get one of these
also-
for my boring unboxings.
If you want, you can go down to like Michael's right now. I mean, these are available.
That's what
my
I thought,
point.
yeah.
Is that Michael's
one
calling
right now?
you?
No, I thought of something. Okay.
What, Michael's?
No, I'll tell you later. I just remembered something I was planning to do.
You got to
Alright.
sell
For
that
me?
stock in Michael's.
No. All right. Next. Oh, Kickstarter says,
That's what happens when you talk bad things about the toilet.
would you like some drinkable matcha paste?
No.
Yeah, like,
never
who-
thought about that.
Who was like,
no.
yes.
The problem is he should change that tag, that headline. You're not supposed to drink the paste. This is not a tube that you squeeze into your mouth.
What if you're an astronaut?
Then yes.
But that's what it sounds like.
I agree.
Like that's what I thought.
When
for a long
with
time.
that title, I'm like, oh no, I'm not just eating this paste while on a bike ride or something. But no, the idea is you make matcha tea from the contents of this, and it has moisture in it. It's in a paste form so that it doesn't lose vibrancy or whatever.
So it doesn't have that powdery feel.
Hey, right,
You know,
and
right?
supposedly
Like, I get it.
it's not oxidized, so it doesn't lose freshness and nutrients and whatever. Maybe. I have no idea. I'm not a neurologist. My point being, this is not a tube you eat from.
Which is what I thought it was. I thought it was like
maybe they're saying you get one of these and your kid finds it, and they go, and you're like, oh no, oh wait, it's safe.
it's
We're
just
fine.
matcha. We're fine. Yeah.
I guess.
It's like
late night
crayons.
sippers.
Would you brush your teeth with this? That might be good.
I don't
Brush your
like.
teeth? No.
I don't like this flavor.
You don't like matcha?
I don't.
Oh, I love matcha.
Do you?
I do. Everything they're showing up there, I
Write
would
down
eat.
for information for future birthday. This tube
Yeah,
is coming
man.
in
Get me a
season.
matcha
You're
tube.
getting too
Christmas
Where's
stack.
my matcha tube?
Oh man, I'm not getting anything. Wait, is this
I think
matcha
that was the
again?
last one.
Yes!
Wait,
This might be the last one.
I think matcha. Well, matcha was the last one I saw.
Yeah, what else you got? Is there some
hey
other...
Chris, pull me off for a second. Let me. No. I need to talk
Oh,
about.
that's right. We have plenty of things left.
I need to talk about these two. Give me a second. That one and
Was there more? Did I miss?
that one, I think. Wait. Or did we already do?
Oh, yes,
yeah.
we have to talk about these.
Okay, we have to talk about both of these. All right, here
Oh,
we
you
go,
forgot
Chris.
about these.
We're back on
Okay,
track.
We're
whew.
back.
Yes.
All right, so first of all, That's Splitflask.
It's Spitflask, right? No, Split. I'm sorry.
I know, but I've read it so many times. Every time I read it, I'm like, it's the Spitflask.
It's disgusting. Oh, Split. Sorry.
Come on. There's no way on earth you need to have hot and cold in the same container ever.
No, and this
I
is
don't know, Tom. It's possible.
I don't even want 2 drinks. I mean, even if it's like 2 different
The only thing I
Cokes
can
or
think of is if
something.
you
Like,
have soup in one and then cold water in the other, maybe.
Coke.
but you're not eating out of this.
I don't know.
Or you mean like
Coke?
tomato
Well,
soup?
Rum.
I'm trying to think of something.
You know what? Just take the middle divider out.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
good. You know what? On second thought.
What about this, right?
Carrying multiple drinks is a hassle. You should be carrying a hot drink and a cold drink around. What are you doing? You're like, I'm prepared.
I don't
What's the
know.
weather outside? Don't ask Alexa. Just walk outside. You have both drinks. If it's hot, drink the cold one. If it's cold, drink the hot one.
I do like that.
But
They're
nothing,
both coffee. One's cold, iced coffee, and hot
Oh,
coffee.
there you go. But here's the thing. I mean, we've all had that moment, though, where you pick up your cup thinking it's milk and it's actually water. And you're like, oh, yeah.
You're right. You're going to switch these around.
You're always going to get the wrong one. It's going to
That's
never
true.
taste
If anyone
good.
here at the office buys this, every time I walk by your desk, I will spin it.
I think they are
We
different. One has a straw and one has a pop top.
Right, yeah.
So
But if it's
you can't really do, I think.
Oh, that's right, it did. So also,
You could
if you
spin
have
it,
the
I
pop
suppose.
top, the other one, it could come out
The
the
straw could kill you,
hole.
yeah.
Yeah, oh my gosh, there's so many issues.
Okay, can
Here's
someone
my
in chat tell us
question.
why you would want this?
Here's my question. Why stop at 2? Get the sucker split into 3 pieces. Okay? One of them could have milk. One could have
It's like
coffee.
a suicide. I'm like,
yeah, what is it?
One
I
could
don't
have
know.
cereal.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even if you didn't go hot and cold, you just did, like I said, Coke and water or something like that. I'm like, but no, I'll just drink one and then get the other one.
Is it so you can hide one of the drinks? Like, what are you drinking? Here, smell. It's coffee, I swear. Flip it around.
Officer, I swear, it's
Oh,
coffee.
that's interesting. Is that what it is?
Look at the cup. It's coffee.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
All right, and then finally, the Splash Buddy. This is the future of bathrooms.
Yeah.
3 people agree.
Yes.
So,
It's the bidet revolution.
Revolution.
well, first of all, you're going to have to get bidets in more bathrooms. I was just thinking this because we were at Home Depot.
Buying
and
a bidet.
No, I was looking. Well, I was thinking about bidet, and I went down the aisle of toilets, and I was like, "Wow, the number of bidets is incredibly tiny."
Oh, yeah.
They're still not everywhere
They're
yet.
not, no.
So I'm not
the
really
US.
concerned about
In the
the
US.
Splash Buddy yet.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about bidets.
Right.
I will tell you this. I love the different skins you can get on
yes.
this. I made a reference earlier to pop sockets. This is basically the bidet, the pop socket of bidets.
But
You
why
can get
does this
one with
come in-
like, look at that. I mean, that's amazing.
But then why don't you get one of these and then it also like matches the rest of the toilet, like the whole thing, like it's just that one piece.
Yes. What do you want? You want like a cover, you mean, for like the toilet?
Oh, yeah. You
You
want
want
like
at
a,
least the top of the
yeah.
toilet or something. So when you put, I'm not going to be a fool enough to put it on the rest of it because that'd be gross real quick. But the lid that's down at
Yeah,
the
it
top,
should have, like,
when
come-
you close it, it should match.
It should have a sticker.
Got
It
it.
comes with a sticker, a free gift.
Oh, I like that.
But this is the future of clean.
I just love the stuff that they picked. It's hilarious to me.
Oh, yeah.
Vincent Van Gogh,
Yeah.
the Beatles, the curtain that you used to have.
Bulls.
Just like
Bull,
straight
Michael
up
Jordan.
Michael Jordan. And then my favorite one, Louis Vuitton.
Okay, so how many of these themed ones are they paying licenses on?
None!
Oh,
no,
zero.
no way.
Zero.
Like the Beatles alone are gonna bankrupt you. you
Yeah.
know?
It's just
Yeah.
it's the most random stuff. It's like
oh, my gosh.
6 random things.
Yeah.
That
Alright.
it's wild to me.
There's no way the Louis Vuitton one is legal. I don't think any of them are legal. Alrighty. Well, let's go. Send me more of this stuff. Tom at Dicer.com. I love it. I got some more that I'm saving for next time.
Yes.
So good.
We got some great ones. Anyhow, let's pick our projects of the week.
Hey there, everybody. It's Mike DeLisio, and this week's Pick of the Week begs a question. Why hasn't this funded yet? Why hasn't Sudds and Malone funded yet? Here's a really good-looking game by a proven designer with a fun theme. I really kind of like this crime noir type of a theme, solid-looking mechanisms, and a reasonable funding goal, and it has not funded yet. I really don't get it. You know, I've been doing this show for a number of years, and I have seen games that, let's just be honest, look like straight trash that have funded for 3 times as much as this. So I'm genuinely confused why Sudds and Malone is not funding. It's my pick of the week. I really do hope it meets its goal because this looks like a game that has really something to offer. So there's my pick of the week, and fingers crossed for Sudds and Malone.
Put my name on there too. That's mine as well. And everything Mike said. I don't need to say. No. Well, I said it first, so you're copying me, and I'm copying Mike.
Yeah, back in my day, a game like this would fund, and they would tell you how many minutes, by gosh, right on the screen there. But no, now it's all bidets.
I don't see Z's pick on there, so this ain't yours.
Yeah, this is my pick of the week.
Oh, this is?
I said, yeah, me too, like that. I went like that. Oh, and then I ran to like an old man.
Got it.
The audio guy can't see
Hey, audio guy.
Too far away.
It's my pick of the week.
Yeah, no, I mean, just everything. I think this looks intriguing. I think it's a proven company. It's a proven designer. It's a unique look. I'm surprised it's not funding. And even if it barely funds and gets there, I'm still excited to play it. It's what I'm.
It sucks for something like this to barely fund. It just does not make sense to me.
I was close on that Propolis one because that one is very intriguing to me, but.
I was close on the Ozob one. It definitely grew on me, but I think at the end of the day, I can compare that.
Had it been your pick of the week, I might have bought it, but since I can.
What? No. Well, now you have to get 4 copies of this by that logic, though.
No, just one. We can share a game, you know.
Oh, I disagree.
Ow. That's next. We'll have to share a bidet.
Yeah, hard pass.
All right. Well, there you go, folks. That's it for another Crowdsurfing. We'll be back live tomorrow with the news in the morning. And then in the afternoon,
top 10.
Chris, Camilla, and Z are doing their top 10 travel games.
True.
Games about travel.
Which is good because we're traveling a lot these days.
Games you travel with.
Yes.
God, I'll change everything.
I do like the one about travel, though. That's a future top 10 list. Anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Tom.
I'm Z.
I'm Camilla.
We'll see you next time. Ozob.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us for that video. If you haven't yet, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hey, make sure you check out what's happening where I'll cover an app on an iOS or a Switch device, and you can check it out along with me. Thanks very much. You've been watching The Dice Tower.